Most people think action comes from motivation, but motivation is unreliable. It rises, it falls, it disappears. This quote, widely attributed to Wim Wenders, offers a cleaner chain. Without dreams, there can be no courage, and without courage, there can be no action. Dreams, courage, action. Not dreams as fantasy. Dreams as a direction, a reason, a picture of a life that feels worth the effort. Because when you don't have a dream, fear wins by default. But when you do have a dream, fear becomes a price, not a prison. In the next hour, we'll break this chain down into a practical psychology. How dreams create meaning, how courage is built, and how action becomes inevitable. One step at a time. A dream is not the same as a wish. A wish says, I want something. A dream says, I'm willing to become someone. That difference matters, because fear attacks vague goals easily. If your dream is blurry, your brain treats effort as waste. And when effort feels like waste, you quit quickly. But when your dream becomes a map, a direction with meaning, your brain can tolerate discomfort longer. A dream is a structure for your attention. It tells you what to notice, what to ignore, what to prioritize. Without a map, every obstacle feels like a stop sign. With a map, obstacles become part of the route. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is fear plus meaning. When you have no dream, fear feels like a final answer. Don't do it. But when you have a dream, fear becomes a question. Is this risk worth it? That's the pivot. Dreams don't erase fear. They give fear a context, and context changes behavior. You don't need a bigger personality. You need a stronger reason, because your reason decides how much discomfort you can carry. Most people think courage is intensity, but real courage is regulation. It's the ability to stay present while your nervous system screams, "This is unsafe." Courage is not forcing yourself. It's guiding yourself. Name the fear. Locate it in the body. Breathe. Return to the reason. This is why courage can be trained, because the nervous system learns by repetition. Every time you take a small brave step and survive, your brain updates the file. Maybe this is not danger. Maybe this is growth. If courage is required for action, what exactly are we afraid of? Often it's not failure, it's visibility. Action makes you visible. Visible means judged. Judged means vulnerable. So many people stay in dream mode forever, thinking, planning, imagining, because imagination feels safe. But a dream that never risks action becomes a beautiful prison. Courage is the willingness to be imperfect in public, to learn out loud, to be a beginner without apologizing for existing. Because growth is not silent. Growth has evidence. Now we arrive at the final link. Action. Action is not the dramatic leap. Action is the smallest, honest step you can repeat. Because action has a job: to convert dreams into evidence. Evidence builds confidence. Confidence reduces friction. Reduced friction makes more action possible. That's the loop. So instead of asking, what is the biggest move? Ask, what is the smallest step that proves I'm serious? One message, one page, one call, one application, one walk. 1 hour of focused work. If you respect small action, you earn big momentum. Here's the part that changes everything. The chain works in both directions. Dreams create courage. Courage creates action, and action strengthens dreams, because action gives the dream reality. It stops being fantasy and becomes identity. When you act, you don't just move toward the dream. You become the kind of person who moves. That identity is the real payoff. Results are great, but identity is what makes results repeatable. Sometimes you don't lose discipline. You lose the dream. You keep moving, but it feels empty. You keep working, but it feels heavy. That's a signal. Your dream needs renewal, not your willpower. Renewal can be simple. Return to the why. Return to the people you want to serve. Return to the life you want to look back on. And if the dream is still worthy, it will return. Not as excitement, but as clarity. Because the most powerful dreams aren't loud. They're anchored. Without dreams, there can be no courage. And without courage, there can be no action. So don't wait for fear to disappear. Let the dream be bigger than the fear. Choose one small, honest action today. Not to prove you're perfect, but to prove you're moving. Because movement is what turns a dream into a life.